So this is a solder suction device. It helps you in removing molten solder. So for instance, I have this piece of solder that I have melted right there. I'll just squeeze this in and then press this button, and that allows that solder to be sucked away. So when solder gets molten, this sucks it in. So you might be wondering how this operates. The idea is when you put this down, there is a spring that is in here that is pushing against it, and whenever I do this, that quickly pushes that out, causing it to suck anything from this inner side. And that is very important in cases where you do want to perform a repair solution, but what you're dealing with is excess solder that you really can't blow away. So what you do is simply melt that solder and then cork your gun, and then it sucks it out. Let me demonstrate with another one. It's a very important repair tool, and the idea of it is very brilliant. In the past, it required you blowing off the molten solder, which made it very hard to work with. Anyway, in case you're new here and you've reached this far, please do hit the subscribe button and watch all the subsequent videos. And it is interesting to have such a device. Let me see if I could take it apart so that you guys may see what's basically happening here. Now, that said, this sort of unscrews, and you'll find that all the solder that we've been sucking over time is all inside here. Now let me pull this in out. You can see that's the residue of the solder that we've been sucking in over time. So this spring is the one that pushes that out. Now it's a very interesting mechanism. Now if you look carefully, all that is residue solder that has been being sucked into this thing over time. Very interesting contraption. But anyway, let's assemble it back. And it's a very important tool. Very important tool. This simply locks that in place when you push it to prevent the spring from pushing it away without you intentionally releasing it. Oh, and here there is a seal that creates an airtight gap inside. So the only inlet of air is that hollow part, and if the molten solder does sit in that inlet, it is sucked in alongside the air that rushes in under the negative pressure created by the quick recoil from the plunger, which is operated by the spring. Anyway, see you in the next video. Like, share, subscribe.